What is Journey to the West? It's the tale of a stone monkey imprisoned for 500 years who travels westward with a gluttonous pig, a silent river demon, and a mortal monk, facing 81 deadly trials on their path to heaven. Along the way are man-eating spirits like the white-boned demon, flame-wielding foes like the red boy, and tests of the human heart that even gods cannot overcome. Every story hides an unexpected twist. Starting today, I'll tell you the ancient Eastern myth, Journey to the West, in 100 episodes. Chapter 1: The Birth of the Spirit Root and the Awakening of the Great Way. Verse: Before heaven and earth were separated, chaos reigned, vast and boundless, unseen by any. Since Pangu shattered the primal chaos, the pure and impure were distinguished. Benevolence supported all living beings, and the nature of all things was revealed as good. If you wish to know the workings of creation and the great origin, you must read Journey to the West, a record of dispelling calamities that it is said that the lifespan of heaven and earth is 12,960 years, constituting a single epic. This epic is divided into 12 cycles, corresponding to the 12 earthly branches: Zi, Chou, Yin, Mao, Chun, Si, Wu, Wei, Shun, Yu, Su, and Hai. Each cycle spans 1,800 years. If we consider a single day, the Zi hour brings the yang energy. Chou sees the rooster crow. Yin is still dark while Mao heralds sunrise. Chun time is meal hour while Si approaches mid-morning. Wu marks noon with the sun at the zenith. Wei observes the sun declining westward. Shun signals dusk with the sunset. Yu reaches evening. Su brings twilight, and Hai ushers in midnight. When the Su cycle ends, heaven and earth are shrouded in darkness, and all beings perish. Another 540 years into the beginning of Hai, darkness still prevails, and there are no humans or animals, hence it is called chaos. 540 years later, as Hai approaches its end and Zi begins again, the first traces of light emerge. As Shao Kanjie wrote, at the winter solstice, halfway through Zi, the heart of heaven does not change. When the first yang stirs, all things have yet to emerge. At this moment, heaven begins to take root. After another 540 years, during the Zi cycle, the light and clear energies ascend, giving rise to the sun, moon, stars, and constellations, the four symbols. Hence, it is said, heaven opens at Zi. Another 540 years later, as Zi ends and Chou begins, matter gradually condenses. The Book of Changes proclaims, great indeed is Qian of heaven, supreme indeed is Kuan of earth. All things derive life, following heaven's order. Thus, the earth begins to solidify. Another 540 years in Chou, the heavy, turbid energies settle, forming water, fire, mountains, stones, and soil, the five forms. Hence, it is said, earth is shaped at Chou. After another 540 years, Chou ends and Yin begins, and all living things emerge. The calendar says, heaven's energies descend, earth's rise. Heaven and earth unite, and all beings are born. From this point, heaven is clear, earth is bright, Yin and Yang merge, and during the Yin cycle, humans, animals, and birds come into being. The three talents of heaven, earth, and man are established. Hence, it is said, humans are born in Yin. As Pangu shaped the world, the three sovereigns governed, and the five emperors set moral order, the world was divided into four great continents: the Eastern Victory Divine Continent, the Western Oxhorn Continent, the Southern Jambu Continent, and the Northern Lily Continent. This story focuses on the Eastern Victory Divine Continent. Beyond the sea lies a kingdom called the Proud Land, located near the ocean, where a mountain called Flower Fruit Mountain rises. This mountain, the source of all 10 continents and the continuation of the 3 sacred isles, emerged as heaven and earth separated and formed after the primal chaos. truly a magnificent mountain. As the ancient verse attests, its force commands the vast ocean. Its majesty pacifies the Jade Sea. Waves surge over silver mountains where fish dive. The sea roars with snow-like swells. Trees and fire rise at the corners, and the peaks tower over the East Sea. Red cliffs, strange rocks, and jagged peaks abound. Atop them, phoenixes sing in pairs. Before sheer cliffs, a lone chelan rests. On peaks, golden pheasants call. In caves, dragons move in and out. Forests shelter immortal deer and foxes. Trees host mystical cranes. Precious grasses and strange flowers never fade. Pine and cypress remain evergreen. Celestial peaches bear fruit, and bamboo clouds linger. Streams and ravines are thick with vines, the plains carpeted in fresh green. It is the pillar of heaven where rivers meet, the root of the world unshaken through eons. At the peak of this mountain lies a divine stone, 3 zhang 6 qi 5 cun tall, and 2 zhang 4 qi in circumference, with 9 orifices and 8 holes, aligned with the 9 palaces and 8 trigrams. It is exposed to heaven's essence and earth's bounty. Over time, it acquired consciousness. One day, the stone split, producing a stone egg the size of a sphere. Caressed by the wind, it transformed into a stone monkey, perfect in form with eyes, mouth, hands, and feet, learning to crawl and walk, greeting the 4 directions. Golden beams shot from its eyes, reaching the stars, startling the Jade Emperor and his celestial court. He dispatched 1,000-mile eyes and wind-following ears to observe, who reported, "Sire, the source of the golden light is in a small kingdom of the eastern Victory Divine Continent, where a stone atop Flower Fruit Mountain has produced a stone monkey, who now greets the 4 directions. The golden light is fading as it consumes food and water." The Jade Emperor, with benevolence, replied, "These beings are born from the essence of heaven and earth. Nothing unusual need be feared." The monkey, living in the mountain, leapt and played, fed on plants, drank from streams, and mingled with wolves, tigers, and deer. Truly, time in the mountains knows no year. One hot day, the monkeys played in the pine shade, picking flowers and fruits, climbing trees, and enjoying themselves, occasionally chasing insects, fighting, and playing. Eventually, they reached a waterfall at the source of a stream. Seeing the cascading water, the monkeys marveled and declared, "Whoever dares find the source without harm shall be our king." A brave monkey leapt in, discovering an iron plate bridge beneath the waterfall, leading to a hidden, wondrous cave. Inside, a stone tablet bore the inscription, "Blessed land of Flower Fruit Mountain, water curtain cave of heaven." Overjoyed, the monkey returned and told the others, who followed him in. He claimed the cave as their home and was acclaimed king, taking the title Handsome Monkey King. The Monkey King, now crowned, organized his troop of monkeys, macaques, gibbons, and langurs, appointing ministers, assistants, and guards. They roamed Flower Fruit Mountain by day and slept in Water Curtain Cave by night, keeping to themselves, neither joining flocks of birds nor mingling with wild beasts. Life was carefree and joyful. In spring, they gathered flowers for food. In summer, fruits. In autumn, yams and chestnuts. And in winter, yellow herbs to survive the season. The Monkey King reveled in his natural life, unaware that hundreds of years would pass this way. One day, while celebrating with his subjects, he suddenly felt a pang of worry and shed tears. Alarmed, the monkeys asked, "Great King, why such distress during a feast?" The Monkey King replied, "Though I enjoy this bliss, a shadow of future concerns weighs upon me." The monkeys laughed. "Great King, why worry? We feast daily in this immortal mountain, dwelling in the ancient caves of the divine continent, unruled by chelan or phoenix, free from earthly kings. How could there be distress?" The Monkey King sighed. "Though we escape human law and the dominion of animals, all life is fleeting. When death comes, shall we not face the underworld? I fear that our joy is impermanent." Hearing this, the monkeys hid their faces in grief, pondering impermanence. Suddenly, A tall ape with a long back jumped forward and proclaimed, "Great king, if you truly worry about impermanence, it shows your mind seeks the way. Among the 5 realms, only 3 kinds of beings, Buddhas, immortals, and holy spirits, escape the underworld, unborn and undying, their lifespans equal to heaven and earth." The Monkey King's heart leaped. "Where do these 3 dwell?" The ape answered, "They are within the mortal realm of India, hidden in the ancient Immortal Mountains." Filled with joy, the Monkey King resolved, "Tomorrow I shall leave this mountain, journey to the ends of the world, and seek these 3 beings. I will learn the way to immortality, eluding the judgment of Yama." The monkeys applauded, saying, "Good indeed. Tomorrow we shall gather fruits and celebrate your departure with a grand feast." The next day, the monkeys collected celestial peaches, exotic fruits, yams, herbs, and fragrant flowers, arranging them neatly on stone tables and benches. They prepared celestial wine and dishes, golden pearls, red cherries, yellow plums, fresh longans, and fire lychees. Apples, loquats, pears, jujubes, peaches, apricots, plums, watermelons, persimmons, pomegranates, all ripe, colorful, and fragrant. They cooked yams and yellow herbs, crushed poria and koik seeds, simmering them over gentle fire in stone pots. No earthly feast could compare to the joy of the mountain monkeys. The troop honored their king, rotating to serve him wine, flowers, and fruits, celebrating for a full day. The following morning, the Monkey King instructed, "Prepare bamboo rafts, collect poles, pack fruits. I shall depart." He alone boarded a raft, skillfully navigating the sea currents, riding the favorable wind toward the southern continent. As he floated, he recited a self-declared resolution. "Heaven has produced this immortal monkey, whose Tao grows strong. Leaving the mountain, I ride the wind over waves. Journeying across oceans to seek the way, I vow to cultivate the great work. Wherever fate leads, I shall meet those who reveal the myriad laws." With steady winds, he reached the northern shore of the southern continent. Stepping ashore, he found people fishing, hunting, and collecting salt. Curious, he transformed into a fearsome tiger, frightening them away, and experimented with human manners, imitating their speech and movements. Traveling through towns, he sought the immortal Tao and the path to eternal life. Observing humanity, he saw all were slaves to fame and profit, with none caring for true life. Fighting for name and gain never ends. Early to rise, late to sleep, never free. Officials ride donkeys, sons and grandsons seek wealth. No one dares turn back to care for life. After years of fruitless searching in the southern continent, he ventured westward across the Great Sea to the western Oxhorn continent. There, he discovered a high, secluded mountain with dense forests, unafraid of wild beasts. Climbing the peaks, he saw a mountain of rare beauty. Thousand-fold peaks like halberds, 10,000-foot ridges like screens, sunlight glinting over misty green hills, rain casting cool azure hues. Ancient vines wrapped old trees, and secluded crossings promised hidden paths. The air was fragrant with exotic flowers, and the tall bamboo and pine trees remained evergreen. Listening intently, he heard singing deep within the forest. Gather wood, chop, and carry along the mountain path, selling firewood and wine. Laughter echoes freely under autumn's bright moon. One sleeps till dawn. Recognize the old woods, climb ridges, cut vines, carry burdens to the market. 3 measures of grain exchanged, no rivalry, no scheming. Peace prolongs life, encountering others, whether immortal or Taoist. One sits in meditation, reciting the yellow court. The Monkey King was overjoyed. Immortals dwell here. He approached and saw a simple woodsman, dressed plainly, a hat made from fresh bamboo, coarse linen clothes, a belt of twisted silk, straw sandals, an iron axe in hand, and carrying a hemp rope. The man was chopping wood, yet his words hinted at divine teaching. The Monkey King greeted him. "Old Immortal, I am a disciple seeking the way." The woodsman, startled, replied, "Not an immortal, just a humble man. My words are from a neighbor, a true immortal, who taught me to recite a verse to calm the mind during hardships." The Monkey King asked for directions to the Immortal's dwelling. The woodsman explained. The mountain was called Spirit Platform Mine Mountain, and within, the slanted moon and 3 stars cave housed Master Subodhi. Following a path south for 7 or 8 li, one would reach the Immortal's residence. The Monkey King thanked him but did not escort him, respecting the woodsman's duties to his mother. Soon, he arrived at the cave entrance. Smoke and clouds shimmered with sunlight, and thousands of ancient pines and bamboos surrounded the peaceful abode. Strange flowers perfumed the air, moss covered the cliffs, and phoenixes and cranes flew gracefully above. A stone plaque at the gate read, Spirit Platform Mine Mountain, Slanted Moon and 3 Stars Cave. The Monkey King observed for some time. Then a young attendant emerged, striking and ethereal, unlike ordinary humans. Who dares disturb? The boy called. The Monkey King bowed. I seek the way, master. I mean no disturbance. The boy smiled and led him inside. There, layer upon layer of halls and jade palaces unfolded. Master Subodhi sat atop a platform, 30 young attendants standing beside him. He was a golden immortal, radiant and serene, his nature untouched by birth and death, the master of the great enlightenment, eternal and compassionate. Upon seeing him, the Monkey King kowtowed countless times, exclaiming, Master, Master, your disciple offers homage. Master Subodhi asked, Where do you come from? Name and origin, clearly. The Monkey King replied, I am from Water Curtain Cave on Flower Fruit Mountain in the Eastern Victory Divine Continent. Subodhi initially suspected deception, then laughed upon hearing the truth. He asked the Monkey King's surname. I have no surname, the monkey said. I owe no anger to those who curse me, no resentment to those who strike me. Subodhi smiled. Not that kind of surname. Your parents? None, said the Monkey King. I was born from a stone. Subodhi nodded, delighted. Heaven and earth have produced you indeed. I shall give you a surname. Who? Ancient and enduring. Sun, a child born anew. You shall be called Sunday. The Monkey King rejoiced and requested a personal name. Subodhi replied, In our school, 12 generational names exist. Guang, De, Ji, Hui, Zhen, Ru, Xing, Hai, Ing, Wu, Yuan, Ju. You are of the 10th generation, Wu. Thus, your Dharma name shall be Sun Wukong. The Monkey King laughed, fully satisfied. Excellent. Henceforth, I am Sun Wukong. Thus, from the primal chaos, the stone gave birth to the enlightened Monkey King, Sun Wukong. The story of his cultivation and adventures continues in the next chapter.